Hello everyone, this is Fabio and welcome to a new anime discussion. Today we're going to talk about anime movies, and in particular I'm going to give you my top 5 anime movies of all time, since to me movies have a really big impact, almost as like a series, and in certain occasions they contribute to make me a really big anime fan over the years. So here we go. I have to put on this list at least one movie by the great master Hayao Miyazaki. And for this reason, I decided to give him the spot at number 5. The problem was that there are so many great movies done by him during the years, and it was really, really difficult to choose just one movie of his entire Studio Ghibli movies. For this reason, I really tried to decide because I could put at least 4 movies in the same spot, but since it's only a top 5, it was kind of weird putting 4 movies all together at number 5. So at the end, I think I've decided which one is my favorite Miyazaki movies, and for this reason, at number 5, I'll give you Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. The first Studio Ghibli movie, actually not the first movie by Miyazaki, but of his Studio Ghibli, and now I can say it's my favorite Miyazaki's movie. Um, it was really hard choosing between this and Princess Mononoke, my second favorite Miyazaki movie, and mainly because for certain aspects these movies are really similar to each other, especially the, the theme which are about. But what really made me decide for Nausicaa at the end was the setting. Compared to Princess Mononoke, which is set in a sort of fantasy historical version of Japan, I suppose, um, which is great with all the yokai creatures of folklore and everything like that, great stuff. Nausicaa, on the other hand, is set in a more post-apocalyptic futuristic world where, and the common theme between these movies, as I told, it's the contrast between mankind and nature. And in Nausicaa is done in this futuristic world right after a big war that destroyed everything. And it is interesting that in this case, nature is taking back the planet, basically, leaving almost no space for humans. And by creating like poisonous jungles and with these really big insects, the Omu, who are like destroying everything wherever they go, except for the Valley of the Wind, ruled by Nausicaa, and which is a sort of almost utopic place where man and nature have found a sort of balance. So don't want to tell the story of the movie since I love it so much that it is just difficult not to talk and comment about this movie. It is such a great movie. If you never saw Nausicaa, just please do it. It is really great. To me, it's the best movie ever done by Miyazaki, and a great classic, one of my favorite um, anime movies of all time, which is at number 5. Next, at number 4, we got Cowboy Bebop. Here's the Italian edition, but the movie is the same, obviously. Um, I love Cowboy Bebop, the series. It's really good. And I'm waiting now for a new edition of the DVD that it's coming out. Um, quite almost right now, I believe, like in this period of the year. And it is such a great series with mm, great characters. I mean, I love Spike, Faye, and all the others. Great story, great action, great humor, everything. I mean, Spike, it's a really great hero. I love him since even though he's goofing around most of the time, it can also be serious. I mean, it's a great character. And the movie, I watched it since it was released way later than the series. I watched it years ago, but I bought it day one. I mean, I didn't hear that it was a movie, a Cowboy Bebop movie, I didn't like read the internet and anything, just like escaped my radars. And but when I found it in the stores and everything, I just bought it from the first moment, and I just love it. It's a really nice story with your typical Cowboy Bebop setting, with um, some comedy, some fighting, some mystery in a way. And it's really good. It's very well done. The movie has great animation, by the way, and good new characters, especially the villain Vincent. It's pretty tough bastard, I have to say. But highly recommend it again. This is a great movie, and if you like Cowboy Bebop, you're gonna love this. It's a great addition to the series, and I hope they're gonna make more since Cowboy Bebop is so good. But we'll see. Who knows? Great movie. Number 4, Cowboy Bebop. At number 3, we got Trigun, Badlands Rumble, the movies of since and from one of my favorite series of all time. The movies, obviously, I mean, I cannot not put Trigun in an anime list. I think I just love it. And the movie, it's not neither a prequel nor a sequel of the series. It takes place, I think, in the middle of it, whenever you want to put it, and I don't think there is an exact chronological order between movie and series, so that's quite easy. It doesn't confuse the the audience. There are all your Trigun characters from Bash the Stampede to the Marilyn Millie and obviously Wolfwood, plus 2 new characters, and I really liked it. I really liked this movie, and also the story and everything. It really was what I was expecting from Trigun. I mean, especially after the series, and it's like amazing climax at the end. This movie is quite relaxed. I mean, it's nothing as serious as the final part of the series. There's no legato, there's no knives, but I really liked it. I think this was a perfect movie for the Trigun franchise, and I really hope they're gonna make more things, or I mean, a new series. It's just an all-time dream for me, but who knows? Let's just hope for more. Um, like always, movies and series have a big difference in animations, also because the movies um, it came way after the series. It was released in, let's see if I can find it. Of course not, but was way after 2000 something, so it's almost like 20 years after the series. And you can see that from the animations, and it's really good. Again, highly recommended Trigun Badlands movie. If you haven't watched the series, go and watch it right now, since it's one of the best anime series of all time. And the movie is a really nice addition to it. I mean, just watch it because it's really funny. It's really how a Trigun movie should be. Great characters, great fun, great action. I mean, you can go wrong with Trigun. It's a must see, especially the series, but really good movie. At number 2, we got Galaxy Express 999. Now, this movie had a huge impact on me, since this is the movie that made me discover Japanese animation a long time ago. Basically, when I was 7 or 8 years old, um, I was like watching TV randomly one evening. I didn't expect to see anything interesting, and at one point turned on a really weird channel, because we had back then in the early 90s satellite, and I'm talking about years and years before Sky. It was very rare in Italy to have satellite, and at one point I'm seeing this cartoon. I can see that it's not a Western cartoon, since it's not like Looney Tunes or Hanna-Barbera. I mean, they're good, but I think, oh, this is different. What is this? And at one point I'm seeing a train going through space, and I was just stunned. I mean, what is this? This is so cool. And I'm starting watching this. I didn't really get the story because it was already. I didn't. started watching from the beginning, but it was not after the departure of the Galaxy Express, so you can still watch them from there. But I was very young. I didn't catch everything or all the themes in the movies, because you can say that Galaxy Express as a franchise is quite depressing. It's a very pessimistic story in general. This conflict between humans and um, mechanical humans, all about this the, the, the travel of Tetsuro with Galaxy Express is almost like a parallel between your youth and that it's going to end and stuff like that. It's very depressing, but it's such a good movie. Pro- Probably I was a little too young, not because it's violent or anything, but the themes of these movies are really very deep and mature. There are some really disturbing scenes, just like the killing of Tetsuro mother at the beginning of the movie, and which is a constant. We have constant reminders of that, all this suffering and all this depression. I mean, but other than that, this is a great classic movie. I really cannot recommend this enough. It had, as I told you, a huge impact on me. It made me discover the Galaxy Express franchise. I saw the other movies, some series, the comic book. It made me discover Captain Harlock, another amazing series, one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Really, guys, I cannot recommend Galaxy Express enough. Watch the movie, watch the series. They're really similar. Like the movie is like a short version of the series. Instead of watching all those planets and these long journeys, there are a lot of episodes. I even I haven't seen all the episodes yet. I saw at least half of it, and it's still not bad. The problem is that it's difficult to find um, the DVDs of the series in English. I'm probably gonna buy the Italian version. And the movie is just the same thing, but a little shorter and focus on other themes and everything. But Galaxy Express #2, one of the greatest anime movie that you can get. Again, I cannot recommend this enough. Great movie. At #1, my favorite anime movie of all time, and when I started doing this list, I already decided that it was this one, simply because I love this for the first second that I saw it, and because of the massive impact that it had on me. And of course, I'm talking about Ghost in the Shell, the original movie released in 1995. Um, this movie is simply incredible. I mean, if Galaxy Express is the movie that made me discover anime, this is the movie that made me fanatic about anime. Simply because at the time when I saw this, in mid 90s, I didn't watch it like day one, but it's curious that I saw it the first time I went to London, and with my family we went to a Japanese restaurant. I was very curious about it. Oh, cool! I never tried Japanese cuisine. Very interesting. And the coolest thing about this place was that on a wall there was big screen, like in a cinema, and was wow, this place is awesome. Also because they keep represent Japanese commercials and everything. It wasn't just being like in Tokyo. It's just so awesome. At one point, a movie was starting. I said, "Oh, what is that?" Oh, and it was Ghost in the Shell. And I started watching it, and I couldn't believe how awesome it was. It was unbelievable. The animations, the music, the story. I mean, Ghost in the Shell, it's just kind of a mature movie, mature series, the manga, everything. But it's so amazing. This is like a more cyberpunk kind of stuff. It's awesome. And the story is very deep. It's very complicated. The series are really messed up sometimes, I think, but they're great. But I think this is the best Ghost in the Shell you can get. I think this is far better than the like standalone complex and the more recent series, even though they're great. But this is Ghost in the Shell at its best by a long shot. And I still remember that while I was watching the movie, like my family was having a great time chatting, eating everything. And for the entire length of the movie, I remember I was just like this. I keep watching the movie. I didn't care about anything, just like this, because I couldn't believe how amazing this movie was. I tried to follow the story and everything, but it was very noisy, so I missed a lot of things. And I remember that the day I came back to Italy, I went to buy it. I had an old VHS of that. Then I had to buy the DVD, obviously, since I just love this movie so much. I mean, it is really important since from these moments, I really, really want to watch more anime movies, series. It doesn't matter. I mean, I really needed more anime. And it's thanks to this, and also when MTV finally arrived in Italy in the mid 90s, that we got some great series of the 90s. That to me, it's the golden age of anime, since um, those were the anime that I watched while I was growing up. So they have a really special place in my heart, like Evangelion, Trigun, Escaflowne, what else? There are so many great ones. Slam Dunk, all those great series, and it all started because of this movie. I mean, as I told you, Galaxy Express made me discover anime, but this is where my passion really, really started, because I couldn't believe how cool anime were, and it was thanks to Ghost in the Shell. So there you have it. These are my 5 favorite anime movies of all time. I'm still working on doing something similar with series, but it's gonna take a little longer since it's hard to decide. There are so many. And obviously, guys, leave comments below, video responses, everything, because I would like to know which are your favorite movies. And I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching and take care.